Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Hey guys, today we're bringing you another 10 hidden features, and this is for the Galaxy S7. Now, as always, I know you guys love these 10 hidden features, and I'm already working on 10 more hidden features for the Galaxy S7, so stay tuned for that. On the meantime, as always, we do split the 10 hidden features up into separate videos, so if you do want to just see them separately, feel free to check out our channel to see them separately. But if you want to see all 10 hidden features, let's get right to it and go to the 10 hidden features of the Galaxy S7. Now, for the first hidden feature, it's something very different in Samsung, and it's something interesting. They added a pop-up feature in the gallery, so most people will do gallery by time or albums. I love albums, they're just the best for me. However, I do like that Samsung has taken a cue from some other accessory manufacturers and added events. So this, you can see different events from different times you were at, and I can see like, hey, this was a Friday when I stopped by my friend's store at T-Mobile and took a bunch of photos and showed them the new phone, and they fell in love. So that was pretty fun, right? So I could see events and catch up on events like that. You can have a video, you can do all these kind of things, and you can create your own events too, and really just have a nice thing to send people about a birthday you went to or something along those lines. Now you can also do something called categories. And categories is pretty fun because it does split things up between different things. Hey, do you want to see all your food dishes that you've taken over the years? Well, now you can just tap here and see all those food dishes that I've had. Some really good ones. Some are not food. Headphones are not food, Samsung. They're not. But overall, it brings a cool feature just to be able to narrow down when you're looking for that specific thing, whether it be images, videos, panorama, selfies, food, or anything else. So I think that's a really good feature to break it down. So something new to add to the S7 that you might not find necessarily on your own. Another hidden feature in the Galaxy S7 is also in the gallery. Yes, Samsung really has brought some new interesting things in the gallery, and this is really good for those of you who like the app Flipgram. So if you're a person that likes to do multiple photos in one like 15-second burst for posting it on social media, then this is for you. So say I wanted to do a collaboration of all the food photos that I have. Well, I can just start grabbing them and just take a bunch of these. And let's just stop there. So I have all of these photos, 13 photos, that should be good for now. We're gonna hit the more at the top over here, and then we're gonna hit animate. What this will now do is actually play, add all the photos that you just did, and then play it so you can have a nice Flipgram style collage. You can change the ratio to 1:1, 4:3, 3:4, 16:9, and 9:16. So you have all those options. You can edit it. You can change the speed. So if you want to make it slower or faster, you can change either one of those. So it's just really nice for that purpose. You can even edit it, change or add, minus, and subtract photos to it. So it's a really nice thing just to be able to do, to have that built in on there. It's a really unique feature that you have on here, and again, it's great that it's just built in. As soon as you save it, you can immediately share it and share that lovely food that you've eaten over time, or anything else that you want to do a flipgram of. So let me know if you guys like this feature. It's one of my favorites. For our next hidden feature, this is a feature that will help you save a great deal of battery life, and that is in the battery section. You see battery usage. This is where you can see what apps are really draining your battery life. And in here, you can see what apps. I haven't had this on for too long since without the battery before doing these videos, but there's actually a hidden feature in here, and that is under more, you can go to optimize battery usage. Now, when you optimize it, there will be apps listed here that are apps not optimized. Obviously, most of those we will have on because we want all our apps to be optimized. Now, what does this mean? This means that when your phone isn't needing this to drain your phone, your screen's off, you don't need to sync up everything, and it just makes it so that it uses less syncing and uses less networks when you're on the go. So that way you're not draining battery constantly by having all of these apps running in the background, every single one of them, and draining your battery. So for this reason, this is a great feature on the phone to turn on. I personally have it on all my apps so that they're all optimized. You can pick and choose. If you do not want certain apps to be optimized, then your battery won't be saved. But this is a huge saver in battery life. It's one of the reasons why my battery life is so amazing on the S7. We'll have a more in-depth video on how to save battery life overall on the S7, but this is a great start. So for the next hidden feature, this is probably the most important hidden feature you can think of, and that is how to move your entire app to your memory card. This obviously will save your built-in 32 gigs, and this is really big for the apps that you don't use that often because your internal storage is much, much faster than your memory card is. So we're going to go into Apps, then App Manager, and then we're going to pick an app that I don't use that often, so I should probably have it on my memory card. Let's see. Let's go with AMC. I don't use it that often, and I don't really need it on my internal storage. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to tap Storage, and then since I have a memory card, I can tap it, and then I can actually change it and move it to the SD card. This will let me know that it will take a few moments and to not remove your SD card, or else you will not be able to use the app, and then it'll cause a whole bunch of problems. So just make sure you know that, and you can move. This is a small app, so it should take only about probably 20 seconds or so, or less, I suppose. But with bigger apps, I did some that were about 200 megabits or megabytes, and that took about probably around 30 seconds. So this one even took less, as you can see, because it's only less than 20, but just to give an idea. So any apps that you don't need to use often should be moved to the memory card. Any apps that you use on a daily basis or things like widgets that you always need on, that you want to keep on your phone. Now, one of the really new hidden features on the S7 is the always on display, but did you know you can customize it? See, right now I have my always on display to look like this, so that it has a nice green tint and the numbers are big, and I have it like that. But you can actually customize it. How? Doing a 2-finger pull down. You go to always optimize and just hold that down. And then we can customize it from here. So you can choose to have a calendar so that you have a calendar instead, and you can choose which one you rather have. So if I want to have that, well, now my always on display will look like this. You can also do it so that you have an image instead, and you can choose which image you want. I like this one personally, so we'll have that. And now this is my always on display. Finally, you can even make it more unique than this and completely change it in the themes portion. So if you go into themes, you can go to more themes. And then Samsung has a special selection for themes that will change your always on display. And so any of these themes will change your always on display. So if I go to this one, my always on display would look like that when I have the screen off. Looks like this when I have the screen off, and just whichever kind of style you would prefer to have. I like this because I like the idea of more always on displays. I do hope that Samsung just allows people to just change the always on display, because I personally don't want to change my entire theme, but some of these always on displays are pretty cool and ones I would definitely like to add. So that is how you can completely customize your always on display and make it really unique from everything else. Now for the next hidden feature, it's another battery saving one, and it's one that I personally really love. It keeps your screen off in a dark place. Now let's see what that means. First we're going to go into settings, then we're going to go into display, and then we're going to move up and go to keep screen off. This is actually deselected when you first turn on the phone, but it's something I immediately selected when I saw what it is and what it does. What this means is it will keep your screen off and not turning on accidentally when it's in a pocket or a bag. It basically uses the front sensors to know that, oh wait, you hit the button, but you're in a dark area, so you accidentally hit it. You don't want it to suddenly go on and drain your battery life, do you? No, Of course not. So that's why we have keep screen off. It makes sure it's off even when you have it in a pocket, a bag. Even if you actually have it placed down on a table for a few seconds, it will actually turn the adaptive display off because it now knows that you need your screen off. Really great feature, one that I definitely recommend you turn on immediately on your Galaxy S7 because it saves you battery life and you'll never have that annoying pocket fumble where it calls someone randomly or dials someone randomly anymore. Now, when it comes to advanced features, Samsung has added a few, but the biggest one to me is Galaxy Labs. Now, when we go into settings, you will actually see advanced features right here. And most of these are features that Samsung had over the year, gave up over the year, and most of them you shouldn't use. Smart Capture is a great one that I definitely recommend you keep on, and same with Quick Launch Camera. But Galaxy Labs is where Samsung's going to be adding new features to see if users like them and if users use them and find them useful. Right now, they don't have too many. They have two that aren't really my cup of tea. Quick Dial allows you to basically press or hold the home button and then say a contact's name. I personally don't like that, so I rated it poorly because I just don't think it's really necessary, and Google now is much better than Samsung is at doing this, which is just holding down your home button if you weren't sure. The other one is one that I never want to see on Android, and that is getting rid of the app drawer. It's a horrible experience because I don't need an iPhone. I want Android. So this way, it keeps the app drawer so that you have the apps in a separate area and not this way where you don't have an app drawer at all. They're just all laid out just like an iPhone. So I rather never have that and do not find it useful. Hopefully we won't see this trend on Android phones, because if it does, then none of us will use this and we'll just use launchers instead. This is a great hidden feature though, and I can't wait to see what new stuff Samsung adds here to see what will happen in the next upcoming months. Now, you know we can't do a hidden features video without going to accessibility. Now, with this one, there is no difference because there is a great feature in accessibility called interaction control, or making your Galaxy S7 baby-proof. Now here, we go to accessibility, and then we go to dexterity and interaction. And from here, we go right here into interaction control. Now, this is a really great feature. Now, please note you cannot use this swipe to capture. You do have to turn that off in advanced settings if you want to do this. But what this does is essentially locks up your entire screen so you can't get out of any part of the screen. And you can even turn off your power key, volume key, and keyboard, so you really can't do anything about this except hit the same sequence of buttons. You can even put it in a time limit, so if you really want to mess with your drunk friend or annoying person that got on your nerves, well, you can put them on a little timeout. So you have this ability, and it's a really fun feature. So let's go home, and let's go to the Play Store, just any app, and then just hold down the volume down and home button. This then brings up the app control, and then you can block the whole screen. And when we block the whole screen, we now, block the whole screen. We now can hit done, and you can't get out of this screen. You can hit the power button, you can hit the home button, multi-screen, back, volume rocker, nothing's gonna work. They literally are just like, wait, but I can't do anything. I can't even hold the power button down, and the screen's going to turn off. Now, you can hard reset it this way, but you can't do anything else. So it's just a really funny way. You can even give it to a kid, and then like if they just want the bright screen, they can't mess with it at all, and they can't damage your phone by hitting any buttons or calling anyone randomly. The only way you can undo this is with the volume down and the home button again. And now it's off. So it's a really great feature that I really love, and it's been very funny when I've done it to my friends' phones, and they're completely lost and a little upset with me. Now for this next hidden feature, it's an oldie but a goodie, and it's the best one in the camera section. So in the camera section, you can actually make your video quality way better looking than anyone else's video quality. So all you do is you hit the settings button in your camera and you go to video size. From here, you change it from the standard FHD and put it to FHD at 60 FPS. What does this do? Well, it makes it so that your quality is the best video quality this phone can shoot. 1080p at 60 frames per second is a much better quality in my opinion than Ultra HD or QHD, although those sizes are more less pixelated because they're a much bigger image size, and if you have a 4K TV you can tell the difference. You can't see any difference whatsoever on the phone itself. And if you're sharing the video to someone else's phone or tablet, they still won't be able to tell the difference. But with this kind of quality, you can see the difference immediately. And when you record a video on this quality, you'll see a huge difference in how good your video looks. And just to give you an idea, this is one of my fiance and her niece on the teacup ride. It looks lifelike, it looks amazing, and it just looks really good. So great video quality, and every one of your friends will be jealous at how good your video quality looks compared to theirs. With Samsung stabilization, the videos look amazing. Even while on the teacup ride, it looked like I was on a tripod. It really is great. And for the last hidden feature, it's one of my favorite new additions. That is the mode camera shortcut. So how you can do this is when you hit mode, you can actually have one of these modes that you use very often, such as I love to use the food one because if I'm going to take a picture of my food, it's got to look amazing. So this is one of my favorites, but if you like any of these, you're just going to hit more and then add shortcut on home screen. Tap all of them if you want. Say if I wanted to have the food and the pro one on my home screen, or panorama too. Let's have all three. I'm going to hit done, and now all these are added to my home screen. So I can just tap it and it launches in that mode. I really do love this because it's just nice to have all these different modes available right on your home screen. It's by far one of my favorite new features on the S7, and I'm really glad that they added it. Alright everyone, those were my 10 hidden features for the Galaxy S7. Make sure to subscribe to get the more 10 hidden features video that we're working on right now. And make sure to give a like, thumbs up to all of these different videos to show your support. Thank you as always for watching. What is your favorite hidden feature? Let me know in the comment section down below. This has been RICKY, the Android Guy.